one of my colleagues, President Uhuru Kenyatta, called me. He was in the US and basically suggested that although he knows I don't want to talk to Mr. Ruto, in the interest of the country, I need to find a way of talking to him.
When was this?
Pardon?
When was this? Immediately after the Gen Z protests?
Literally on the streets for the first time, which was a very dangerous development. Now they were stalemate at that time, and there was a danger that ultimately the military would come to take over. We were almost on the brink of that happening at that time. But then when that happened, there were speculations as to what was going to happen. The Gen Zs were not able now to come on the streets, and that was actually going to create a state of anarchy in our country. We've seen what has happened in other countries in a similar situation. So in that charged environment, one of my colleagues, President Uhuru Kenyatta, called me. He was in the US and basically suggested that although he knows I don't want to talk to Mr. Ruto, in the interest of the country, I need to find a way of talking to him.
When was this?
Pardon?
When was this? Immediately after the Gen Z protests?
Do you remember I issued a statement condemning what was happening and urged President Ruto to take measures to stop what was happening, the brutality that was taking place. I did not even have to eventually look for Mr. Ruto. He asked to come and see me and agreed that we could talk. When we had discussions, I was very clear to him. I said, this is the issues, these have come up because you did not implement the NARCO report. That's why we are where we are today. And under these circumstances, you must have a broader conversation to bring the people together so that you can be able to convert the issues which are in contention. He was reluctant, but eventually he agreed. And he announced that he was going to convene a forum for Kenyans to have a discussion on the issues in contention. Of course, this was rejected by the Gen Zs, that it was a waste of time, because I supported this proposal. It was actually my idea. But then they say that, we have had these conversations several times, the issues are clear, that the government just needs to implement what is being demanded. Then Ruto actually came up and said, okay, I'm going to dissolve the cabinet. And I'm also not going to sign the finance bill. I'm referring it back to Parliament. In my view, that is what pricked the balloon. Because now there are no issues. There was no government, and there was also no finance bill. You see, and once that happened, Ruto now said that he was going to form a government in consultation with all stakeholders to create a consensus. We said we don't want to stay in government until we have had a conversation as a people, which did not happen. Then he said he would at least appoint half of the cabinet so that there was no stalemate, which he did. After doing that, we tried to consult among ourselves in Azimio if we could find a way of participating in a broad-based government. I myself was against it. My other colleagues were also against it. But then eventually...
Hos Rebel sparar du mye tid når du selger bilen din.
Some experts who are not part of the Kenya Kwanza regime can go into the government and see how they can help to steady the ship and come up with new ideas to deal with the issues in contention.